And now on the line is Peter Kavanagh from Active Retirement Ireland. Peter, welcome back to Near FM.
Thanks a million, Darren.
Peter, I got in touch with you to do this interview today for one main reason, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. As this is my first interview with your organisation, though, can you start off by giving me a bit of a summary on who Active Retirement Ireland are, and the kind of work you do every year?
Yeah, Active Retirement Ireland is a network of community groups around the country for older people by older people. They're volunteer committees that organise a range of events that are all aimed at sort of ending loneliness and social isolation and keeping people happy, healthy and connected in older age. So we've got about 500 groups all around the country, about 24,000 members. And it's just people who get together to do things that they share an interest in, to discover new hobbies, meet new people. And because we understand that social connectivity and staying connected with other people is really, really important as we age.
Okay, the budget for 2023 is coming up next week. This question could be related to what we're going to talk about in the interview, the main thing. But have you released a submission this year, Peadar, into what you're calling for in the budget?
Yeah, absolutely. We've released our pre-budget submission. We would have sent it in to the relevant departments earlier on in the summer when they were engaged in pre-budget planning. And you know, it's kind of like Groundhog Day, Darren. We end up calling for the same thing every year. We're looking for an increase in the pension. We're looking for an increase in all the other social welfare supports that older people enjoy at the moment. And it's really vital that we get these because the cost of living is going up so much. And I know that that's one of the primary issues you wanted to address in the interview, but it's really relevant when you talk about the budget. The fact is, it's just become so expensive for older people to heat their homes, to buy food, all of the necessary expenditures that people have in life. And as you age, your capacity to earn is gone. You're on a pension, you're retired, you're not going to go back to work. So it's really important that the social welfare benefits that are there are adequate and that they can support people to age well into old age.
Yeah, I'd like to maybe come back to you again in the future to talk maybe in an interview solely about kind of people, elderly people kind of living in their homes and stuff, kind of, but fuel, all that kind of stuff, fuel cost, cost of living in general. Okay, but in the meantime, we'll move on to talk about the main reason I got in touch with you to do this interview today. I read a couple of articles in the papers recently, including an editorial in the Irish Times, where it was reported that a lot of smaller nursing homes are closing. Can you tell me, Peadar, how big of an issue this is to your members, and tell me what they are telling you about the situation?
Well, nursing homes, really, they account for about 4% of the population, the older population, 4% of the over 65s. So it's an issue that can occasionally be overblown a little bit, Darren. Realistically, what our members are calling for is more of a continuum of care, something that allows people to stay in their communities, to stay in their own homes as they age. However, they would be concerned about smaller independent nursing homes closing because some of the population, as I said, about 4 or 5% of the population are going to need nursing home care at some stage in their lives. And to see these small, locally based, community based nursing homes closing, only to be replaced by these mammoth nursing homes. There's one being built in Clondalkin at the moment, hundreds of beds. There's another one in Clondalkin Village as well, that's 150 beds. Like to see them replaced by those that are operated by large companies purely on a profit basis, it can be quite worrying, you know, because not everybody's going to get into a public nursing home, not everybody's going to get into the public healthcare system, and under the fair deal, you're entitled to go for a private nursing home. So it's something that I suppose it can cause a little bit of concern, but we don't want to sound the alarm bells just yet, because really, I suppose it provides an opportunity for the government to just have a look at how we do care in Ireland, and maybe have a rethink and look at some way that we can improve community care, home help hours, and allow people to age in place, which is really critical when it comes to growing old happily and healthily.
The couple of articles I saw in the papers recently about it, the picture they were kind of portraying was, I think they even used the word itself, like kind of it was a devastating situation. But you think it's kind of overblown a bit? It isn't as big as some people may have you believe.
Look, it's devastating within that sector. It's devastating within the nursing home sector, and it's devastating for the health of choice within the nursing home sector. But we just have to bear in mind that the nursing home sector doesn't cover 96% of older people. Now, we have a fundamental philosophical issue in Ireland that we still gear everything towards nursing home care. Nursing home care gets more funding than home care. It gets more funding than community care. It gets more funding than step-down facilities from hospitals and the likes. There are a lot of people in nursing home care who probably don't need to be there, and with a little bit of additional help could be at home, which is cheaper. So within the sector, within the context of the people who need nursing home care, this is definitely a blow. It's something that is going to upset a lot of people. It's obviously going to put the patients of those nursing homes way out of joint and really, really inconvenience them and their families. They may end up having to travel significant distances just to get to the appropriate nursing home care. But for the majority of older people, what they need is just a little bit of extra help to stay at home. And really, at this stage, we'd be calling on the government to look very hard at the situation and say, right, well, where can we provide this? Because it's much, much cheaper to give someone 1 or 2 hours of home care a day and let them stay in their own homes than it is to pay an average of 1,200, 1,300 euros to have someone looked after 24/7 in a nursing home environment. No, that's fine. Just look, when it comes to the budget, it's something that is going to affect a lot of people, and I think it's important that everyone's in contact with their local politicians to let them know what they want to see, and just think of the older people in your life and what they need from the state in order to have a happy and healthy retirement.
Agus inis in lína tá Peadar Ó Caomhánaigh ó Active Retirement Ireland. A fada fáilte go dtí Clare?
Gur míle mágad darn.
Sé nniu an céadúir dom leabhart a Raidió agus tú ag caint lom ar son Active Retirement Ireland a fada. De bharr seo an féidir leat acu a thabhairt dom ar dús faoin 6 obair a dhéanann sibh an Active Retirement Ireland chuile bhríomh?
Yeah, keen to Darfok Darren. So Bunny Active Retirement Ireland no Skurgan Eva Cairn sa Gaeilge in Éideag Seachta Ucht in Lera agus is group E pobl Nias Blockham with fud na tíre a Valíonn le Chéile chun deis na hort a Ghine éiste Calvaimstra laniunt bula le dini nua agus bula le Chéile agus godíra an tainarachas no an tuignas a hiachan. Sinné beidir an rud is tábhachtaí ná an lábh a hína amach chun cordjas ó fráil de Ghine éiste. Tá na grúpi ar fad tá siad rite ag na daoine éiste dus na daoine éiste, so is Jonatha ar fad éad agus tá thart ar 2 grúpa ar fud na tíre agus beidir 24 míle bail I ngach é náid sa tír. So tá annach go daoine a mohan sin just é déanamh na rudí gur míonló gur ansalo just chun fannacht le Chéile, chun fannacht sláintúil, chun fannacht sunnasásta agus chun fannacht sáile agus tá sin arbh tábhachtach agus mu go le níos mar féinre.
Yeah, then it's shift over. Okay, bheith sig fair rá go bhfuil go bheith an spéisi gibh sa bhuiséad ógó for an teachas a hiúna, mé?
Beg cínta, yeah. Bhín an buisiad a gcónaí tábhachtach agus tá an sort réamh aithneacht chuid Jack a going le cúpla míonús dus na ranna chuí. Agus in áíre sé rud cean céine bhín sa tastal bhain gaci le blion. Bhín bura ag tastal ar an bhín sin, bhín breis airgid ag tastal ar na líonta sí leasa ó síolte a bhain an daoine éasta leasasú. Agus tá sé Harbh tábhacht ar beidir níos tábhachtaí an lína leis an costas marachtála I go le méid an méid sin, ní clúdaín an pinsin an méid céine agus a clúdaigh sé bliana hin an urig. Ní clúdaín an líontas bros le gíomhrí, ní clúdaín sé sin lehan méid. Tush go bhfuil costa sí electricus agus gá sé scoil I méid faoi go in lína. So ba mar a lurag breis airgid ar na hípiíochtaí sin agus mar éile sin is tóca just galúntaí an rialtas go gcuibh nó for income agus slándáil daoine éasta agus iad go le níos amachchan seo mar tá sé Harbh dachar go míon oring go le rascadaí an rialtas gaca le buiséad agus ará ó an dúir sibh cúpla euro doing mar siad a thula. Sé dachar nachhfuil an pinsin ceangailta le héanrad agus nach daon sé in méid, nach daon sé in íirde. Nach nairinn sé an éair agus an costas marachtála gaiirí, mar bheith sin a bhd níos cliste agus a bhd níos ciallmhar.
Okay, tá tuairiscí feicte gomsa na Meán le tamil nuas a fada ag rá go bhfuil gur céimeann ar an maidir leis an tláthar de hí altranis in air go háirthe na tuhí altranis is liú go physical. An féidir a rálum faoi céicó trump cúiseach is atá an áibh seo Donna Gini and I being shiv in active retirement Ireland equivalent.
Yeah, well, in our era, like Tavis did and Cohex Tihi alternate, Tasha Trom Kusha Kadoan, because don't shoot the to Lunahans na Tihe Biogasho, Tasha Trom Kusha, because by Tubish the Heilig, a Vecker who Boga, because whole, you know, the Milton on a kilometer as Balak con Cortor to Erwini. In our era, Savor Cohex, Nidoin was a Codona, because the tourist geeter, like my Naturski, Kana, the Ganealt, Irish Times to make up a Roger, Tubish Duck of Gazufos, including the Tihi alternate, Terrafon Gate, then Dainra Aista. So, no Kashay Fon Gates, the Rini Aista and Tirsha, Neil Sheed into the Tihi alternate. Asian Rochi, go falsoon, because I policy that I got good deer hair in the Tihi alternate. So, Harry got a father gullis jackets the Tihi alternate. So, she do fall Nismo Arrogate, done Coram alternate, no Maratashi the fall done Coram Balia, no done Coram Fubble, no done the Hosh in a sort of chassis sheets on the hospital. So, to she Dakar a gohan nor Harley and Rudeg and co Morsha co Trump Yushuk instant cohection instant Arnold T alternate Asian Rochik Kasula Gakula Ger came his Deshe Branur and Erngui a Harley and Sruddy August Bakorga Mechan Ritas Branur show because Feshkin will Kane Quaker failing Ari get the course shock in Sankorum Balia Kane Quaker failing Ari get the course shock in Sankorum Pubble Marta Harter trained this Nadini at all instant T alternate Wilar. They took sheets in Vesawalia, Le Biogonin Corum. Rather thought Ni Sarah Aaron Starch, Ni Sarah Aaron Gani Corum, because the Havala Arrogate, a they thought Curse Jock in Itiniella type of shit than Arnold Umnon Corum. But Shinnon Rudda like Tassa when Gamrano for air Corum, the Weenie Aista, Marudagan more a Husneen Sawalia, a was Bager, a Craignin to Chalk alternate. Chalk is in Quia Tasha Brilar, to Gokra Dira Hishisar and Chalk alternate. So Nura Harley and Rudagan Gasuda show Kingship, Tasha Tubush, Tasha Trumkushuk, a Bager Ni Cordove.